guy Gus, YouTuber here. And first of all, thank you guys for the support. Thank you really much. Yeah, you guys are really nice. Just wanted to say that really. Anyways, let's get on with the video. So Hailey, she has been one of my favorite characters since she came out, pretty much. I learned about her from a friend at first. But super cool. Like her abilities are fairly simple. There is simplicity into this character. Okay, so basically she boosts firearms and she has somewhat of a sniping ability. Sorry, which sadly you can't really use in this game mode, but that's okay though. You still can use the first and the third ability though, which is something. So figuring out a way like to use her without dying was pretty much a challenge here, because she becomes extremely slow once you start using her third ability. And honestly, I could have done a build that works, but would have been based on me not using my ability ever, which would be so boring. Oh my god. So instead, I worked on trying to make a build that focuses on Cold Fury and a little bit of Cry Round. Mostly Cold Fury, because I think it's what makes Hailey in a way, right? So basically tank Hailey. That's what I want with. Thanks to Japanese buddy who pretty much also went with the idea of making tank builds, which becomes kind of obvious once you play this mod a lot. You die very easily, so a tank build is kind of what you want to go with. So yeah, let's just go over the build really quick. So increase defense, shield conversion. Okay, so 300% defense, pretty much, even more. Maximize conservation to make sure that I keep and strong mentality, to make sure that this key right here stays and I don't lose it too much. I still need a little bit of practice, but I think I wasn't doing too bad. Regeneration boost for healing, incoming damage modifier, HP collector, steam accelerate, increased HP, just HP. I mean, I would say that incoming damage modifier is so important here, because it basically lowers the enemy's attacks by a lot, and based on how much HP do you have, basically it's a super good combination. And a whole bunch of HP does work, guys, okay? It's a thing. Any character can make it work. So to support that idea, just max HP here. HP recovery modifier. The components I have basically have the most HP possible here. You can see 646 with 914, 646, 646, and 484, which, well, I have to use that simply because the Shell Crusher memory has that extra 5% fire rate, which is really important. That matters very much. Basically gives me more firearm DPS, and DPS is basically means how fast you kill enemies, and which translates into how fast you can finish a freaking stage. So yeah, very important. I just say that's better than any other set. Just so you know, 5% fire rate, guys, is better than 20-30% ATK. That's how much it matters. Okay. For the Reactor, I went with skill cost and skill cooldown maxed out, okay? Hand cannon weapon class mounting. Doesn't really matter much, actually. I don't know. Anyways. The arcade tuning, quite specific. At first I went with max heals, but then I was like, nah, I don't need it. So I kept this two to still have some extra HP, but I focused mostly on a reload time modifier here, and extra ATK from a different combination of sources, okay? So ATK, critically damage, critical hit rate. I probably don't need this with Hailey, but whatever, right? And yeah, some punch of ATK basically. And then we have the guns. So first phase, there we go. So for the guns, Malevolent, I went with triple fire rate, thanks to there's a YouTuber, I forgot his name, but I will put it in the description. He's basically a Sharon fan. I mean, I would suspect he has a Sharon poster above his bed, and he probably sleeps Sharon, thinks Sharon, eats Sharon. Just joking. He's just a very good Sharon main who put some cool videos. Anyways, thanks to him, triple fire rate he was kind of the first one to come up with a triple fire rate on Malevolent Core. So there we go. Restored Relic. I came up with that. I thought Restored Relic was really cool for this mod. And you will see at one point it's super clutch against the boss, and early as well. I believe that Veil Analyzer is quite important on that gun. Basically to get the shields of the enemies at the very, very beginning, because they are a little bit annoying getting them, and you don't really want to, by mistake, make your payout trigger on this first wave of regular enemies, okay? So very important to kill them with the Restored Relic. Well then, the birds, let's just show them to you guys one by one. There you go. The last darker, there you go again. And yeah, that's about it. So thank you for watching. Have fun playing Hailey. Oh yeah, I forgot to. So there we go. I'm second in the world and first on my own platform. I'm the only girl who did it as Hailey for now. A bunch of players could, but they might not have tried yet. So yeah, thanks for watching. See you next time. Bye bye.
Shield down. Changing mags.